The Boy Who Told Lies. A long time ago in the village of Nwanta, in eastern Nigeria, surrounded by green hills, wide rivers, and tall palm trees, lived a boy named Obina. He was clever and full of energy, but he had one terrible habit. He loved to tell lies. At first his lies were small. If he broke a clay water pot, it Mary, while playing, he would say, "It wasn't me, a goat knocked it over." If he was late to the village school, he would say, "A giant bird blocked the road and I had to wait for it to fly away." The villagers would shake their heads and laugh. "Ah, Obina and his stories," they would say. But as time went on, his lies became bigger and more dangerous. The trick that went too far. One day, while the villagers were in the market square, Afia, Obina ran in shouting, "Help! Help! A lion is near the river!" The village warriors grabbed their machetes and spears, running to the river. The women left their calabashes of palm wine, and even the elders stopped their game of Encho Igbo board game to rush to the scene. But when they arrived, there was no leopard. The elders turned to Obina. "Where is the lion?" Obina laughed. "I was only joking. I wanted to see if you would run." The villagers were angry. "Do not joke about danger, Obina," said Nze Okafor, the oldest man in the village. "One day, no one will believe you." But Obina did not listen. He enjoyed the attention and kept lying whenever he wanted to avoid trouble or have fun. A dangerous lie. One morning, Obina's father Dyke told him, "Take the goats to the farm and watch over them. We need them healthy for the next Nkwo market day." But Obina was feeling lazy. Instead of going to the farm, he went to the river to play with his friends. They climbed mango trees, played wrestling games, ngibia, and chased butterflies, uyo. By the time he remembered the goats, it was too late. They had wandered off into the forest. When he returned home, his father asked, "Where are the goats?" Obina's heart pounded. He quickly made up a story. "Father, thieves came from the next village and stole them. I tried to stop them, but they had big sticks and chased me away." His father's face darkened. "Thieves in our village?" That night, the village warriors took their horns, OP, and blew a loud warning sound. They gathered their weapons and marched to the neighboring village, demanding their goats back. The other village was confused. "We did not steal any goats," they protested. For hours, both villages argued. Finally, Obina's father turned to him and said, "Obina, are you sure?" Obina lowered his head. He had never seen his father so serious. He had no choice but to tell the truth. "I'm sorry, I lied." There was silence. Then his father's face turned red with anger. The warriors were furious. The neighboring villagers shook their heads in disappointment. "A liar is worse than a thief," said Nze Okafor. "A thief only takes what is not his, but a liar brings confusion and destroys trust." The punishment? Obina's father made him work all day on the farm as punishment. He had to clean the yam barn, Obaji, fetch firewood, Okuko, and help the women pound fufu, Akapu. By the end of the day, his arms ached and his feet were sore. But worse than the punishment was the way people looked at him. When he walked through the village, they no longer greeted him warmly. Even his friends avoided him. "If we play with Obina, how do we know when he is telling the truth?" they whispered. Obina felt lonely. He realized that a single lie could break trust, but it took a long time to rebuild it. The test of truth. One evening, as Obina was fetching water from the stream, Oremiri, he heard a loud rustling in the bushes. He turned and saw something moving, a real lion. His heart pounded. He ran as fast as he could to the village and shouted, "A lion! A lion is coming!" But the villagers crossed their arms and shook their heads. Ah, Obina, are you playing another trick? No, I swear it is real this time. They turned away. We don't have time for your stories. Obina's eyes filled with tears. He realized the terrible truth. His own lies had made his words worthless. Just as the villagers were about to walk away, his father stepped forward. I believe him, Dyke said. Let us be sure. The warriors quickly grabbed their weapons and followed Obina to the river. And there, just as he had said, was a huge lion drinking from the water. With swift action, the warriors chased the lion away, saving the village from danger. For the first time in a long while, the villagers looked at Obina with respect. The promise of change. That night, Obina stood before the elders and said, I have learned my lesson. A lie may seem small, but it can cause big trouble. I will always speak the truth from now on. It took time, but slowly the villagers began to trust him again. Whenever someone was tempted to lie, they would remember Obina's story and say, honesty is like a flame. If you protect it, it will always shine. If you put it out, you may never find it again. And so Obina became known not for his lies but for his truth.